Another Gilmore Girls plotline that I will never understand, I think about it all the time, is why did Lorelai never have a trust fund? Either from her grandparents, OG Lorelai, or from her own parents. Why did she not have a trust fund? Like, this is a wealthy, generationally wealthy family. This is where trust fund kids exist. She had to have had some sort of trust fund. And we know Richard bought that property when she was born, and then it was sold, and that's how she got that check for $75,000, and she was able to pay back her parents for Chilton. Which one, if I was her parents, I wouldn't accept that money back. Like, I would not cash that check. I would just let her keep the $75,000 because they don't need the money. So we know he did that whenever she was born, but there has got to be some sort of trust fund. If Rory was gonna have a $250,000 trust fund from her great grandma, you're telling me Richard and Emily didn't have some sort of trust fund set up for Lorelai? That doesn't make sense. Some people speculate that she did have a trust fund and that's how she bought her house. But from what I have gathered watching the show, it is my opinion that it seems like she still has some sort of mortgage on the house. Like, whenever the termites were destroying her house and she was freaking out because she didn't have the money to fix it and all that, it was my impression that, like, she was gonna lose her house if she could not fix this. Not just from the damage, but, like, just because of the financials of it. Like, I don't know, to me it seems like she still has a mortgage on the house, so she still has a house payment. Also, if she had some sort of trust fund that she was able to access when she was 25, that would have been when Rory was about 9 years old. I feel like they would have been in a better financial spot than they were throughout the whole show. Like, Lorelai seems to be the kind of person that would be really responsible with her money. So if she got a trust fund, she would have definitely bought a house, which question mark, we don't know if she actually did that and that's how she got the house. We don't know that. But I feel like she would have had a more reliable car. I feel like she would have definitely set aside a good amount of that money for Rory, so she would have at least had some sort of tuition for Rory to go to Chilton. And they've known since Rory was, what, like 2 years old that she wanted to go to Harvard? She would have set money aside for her to go to Harvard. Like, I don't believe that Lorelai had a trust fund that she was working off of. And some people are going to speculate that if she did have one, she would have rejected it and said no. But I don't think she would have. I think she would have taken that money because of Rory, because she had a kid to take care of, and that money would help Rory. I think she would have taken the money and then basically not used it for herself and only used it for Rory. So it is my belief that she did not have some sort of trust fund. Like, she wasn't given money from her parents or her grandparents, which does not make sense in the wealthy world that they live in. Like, that makes no sense.